389 Gaming.
Hello guys, it's Guy389 here. This is going to be actually episode 3. There was a bit of a problem with episode 2. Apparently, I thought I had everything set up properly so that you could hear the audio and you could still hear the gameplay going on in the background, but apparently my microphone decided to bug out. Most likely I just moved it to scratch my nose or something, and it was just too far away from my mouth for anyone to hear the audio. So episode 2 is going to come out eventually. I didn't do anything story related. I just went and killed the moonlight butterfly and showed you guys how to do that with help from a in-game NPC so that you don't have to go about fighting him or her yourself. We don't actually know the gender of the butterfly, but you know, he's a butterfly. So that was pretty much all I did the last episode, was take him out and show you guys where the Firekeeper's soul is. I have not upgraded my Estus flask yet. I don't know why. I assume I just forgot. And, you know, it's not important. We also have level 5 upgraded both of the fist weapons. Oops. Oh, that worked out alright. That was totally intentional. Totally fell off that cliff there on purpose. Oops. He blindsided me there. Alright, so for this episode I've just turned the sound down. That way, even if for some reason my microphone cuts out, you should still be able to hear me a little bit. Particularly, I had to turn down the actual combat sound, because sometimes when you're surrounded by drakes firing lightning at you, it's a little difficult to hear what people are saying. And this guy is behaving a little weird. Normally the rat turns around for some reason and tries to run away from you, and then gets caught on this fence over here, giving you a free shot before he turns on you, but for some reason he decided to turn around now. I guess it doesn't really matter. We're a little bit high level to be here, but whatever. Also, if there is still some sniffling and grunting, I'm still sick. This is just the day after the last recording, so I still have a little bit of a cold. And I actually have a stuffy nose all year round. I don't exactly know what I can do about that. So a little bit of snorting is going to be inevitable in all of my videos, but I'll try to keep it to a minimum. It was a little bit obnoxious in the first episode. Particularly, there was one part where I got some gunk in my throat. So I started clearing my throat, and that sounded, you know, very, very delicious. I hope you weren't eating anything while I was clearing my throat. Dragon. You can actually skip that dragon. I recently saw a playthrough by Vegeta311 where he took a route around it, and he explained that if you do not go to this area, if you completely skip this area of the map, like I did in the previous two episodes, the second of which will be up later once I figure out how to get some live commentary over the gameplay sound. If you completely skip that area right there, the dragon never spawns and you never have to worry about him. You gonna attack me, or am I gonna... Yeah, I guess... Oh, there he goes. There we go. So these guys get their shields up pretty fast, so I guess fast attacks are the way forward for getting them before they can recover. I'm not gonna go get everything in here. I know that there are a few things that need picking up, or that might be a little bit difficult. If you go, well, actually, if you go down this way, there are a couple other things that you can pick up. I'm just not even gonna bother with it. I want to get through here relatively quickly. This is really just, you know, to get some souls for leveling up. There's the wooden shield. Wooden shield is, for lack of better words, a terrible shield. If the sound of my voice just increased significantly, it's because I moved the microphone a little closer. I just want to make sure this time that there is enough. Alright, so the trick to that is you run up there to just trigger him, or to get him to come up here. If you go into the house, you will trigger that zombie over there to open the door in front of him and run in and attack you. So if you don't want to take them all on at once, you can pull out the other two first. I just pulled out one of them. Usually I can handle one. I can actually handle both right now, but oops, that was a misparry. This is the gate to the shortcut. You cannot open it from this side, but it is the shortcut to Blight Town. So if you, when you have been to Blight Town, you can go up there and open that up. That way you can spawn next to a bonfire. Oh, I forgot about the bonfire. I'll pick that up later. It doesn't matter. So long as I don't mess around too much, we should be fine here. This is not the most difficult place in the world. Those fire bombs that I just picked up, those are very good for the Taurus demon. If you are having trouble. Alright, so I'm just gonna lure these guys out. Convenient, lured out the firebomb guy. So we are a little over leveled for this area because I have, for one, I've leveled up a little bit, and two, my cestises are completely max leveled. You can pretty much ignore these guys as well, but I want to take them out anyways. Get those. Oh, that was a miss. I was not intending to do a leaping attack. I was just trying to do a strong attack. If you shove forward on your movement key just as you attack, you will do a leaping attack. I was trying to change directions. I didn't realize I was triggering a leaping attack. But that happens. I actually might be strong enough already to take the Black Knight, but we'll see about that in a minute. Trying very hard not to cough. Alright, let's see. I also don't have a lot of time. I have to get ready for work in a few seconds. My boss just called me wondering why I was not at work already. And I had to explain to him that I don't start for another hour. So he had apparently confused the timetables, or possibly changed my work hours without notifying me. So I'm probably going to show up at work and he's going to complain and say, oh, well, I did set you up. Well, he didn't tell me that he had changed my working hours, so that really can't be helped. I mean, I know you can sort of do that in the US or something, but I believe in Norway you do have to notify people if you're changing their working hours. or at least have some way of notifying them. You can't just change working hours and then expect them to be there without telling them. So usually I end up having to ask him, what, have you set me up to work today or not? But, I did not feel like asking him yesterday for no reason. I just kind of assumed that he'll, let me know if he changes what days I work, what hours I work, and what not. Oh, I got killed. That was inconvenient. I guess that can't be helped. I guess we're not really... Maybe we're not in shape to take out the Black Knight yet. Alright, well, that doesn't set us back too far. I can just run through most of this. Oops, that was wrong. Now that the dragon is out of the way, I don't even have to stop for him. Also there's a secret pass behind those barrels that were right next to me there. There's also an item under there I'm not going to pick up. It's just a soul, I think, so... I'm not even going to bother. Alright, this time I will stop at this bonfire, just in case I get killed again. There we go. Don't worry about those souls later. Oh, there's that. Forgot that I hadn't been up here yet. Apparently I have not done a lot thus far. So the trick to this boss is you have to take out these guys first. Or you don't have to, but it is, considerably easier if you get rid of these two. Not almost every boss, but a lot of bosses have, like this little thing that, you should take care of before the boss. I'll try and show them all to you. Let's see, do I have the gold pine resin? Yeah, I'll use the gold pine resin. Just need to time this right. There we go. And now run away like a coward. It should take him a few seconds to get up here, and that should give you enough time to climb this ladder and await his arrival. And then when he does show up, you punch him in the head. I would advise you get away from him just for a little bit, so you can assess the situation. You can roll in between his legs when he does that. I was actually making a bit of a mistake there. I was right next to the ledge there where I'll fall out. This fight will be about that easy. Obviously it's a little bit easier for me right now because I have upgraded weapons. But if you do what I did early on and you set a course for upgrading your weapon, you can upgrade your weapon before you take him on. That's not an issue. So there are videos on the internet other than mine as well that show you how to get your character strong before you even start taking on the game. If you're playing on PC and you want to play online, you know, there are going to be times when you meet players who have already done that. So when you're at the gargoyle boss, you'll meet enemies that are, you know, way, way too powerful for you.
We are amidst the flow of time. It's the very fabric. There's no telling how much, but used to summon one another as spirits and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my sun if you miss it.
Alright, so he is a helper. By talking to him, he will help us out with the gargoyle boss. I will show you the summon signs. I'm not sure whether or not I want to attempt it solo or not. That may actually be a possibility. I might do it solo just, you know, for the sake of showing it off. I will show you guys the shortcut here real quick. The dragon's attacks are set up to kind of screw with you a little bit. He will breathe fire when he goes across that, or when you enter that bridge. So you will just barely, even with the lowest, I believe at least with the lowest possible burden, you will still not be able to completely make it across the bridge to the shortcut before he launches his fire attack. So you'll get hit if you just run out there. But if you run to about where I did and then turn around and go back, I don't know the exact location of it. I just run in and then run back out again. Then you will trigger his attack, but you will not get hit by it. And it will take out these guys here. Also, when you come up the stairs, he will launch another attack. Right now we're just going to take the shortcut through. You can go underground and completely avoid this guy. But I don't feel like doing that. I'm just going to swing by this guy. When you hear him growl, that means he is getting ready to attack you. Just run right by and head for this bonfire. I think we might actually play as a Sunbro this time. Not that it really matters, just, you know, because we're going to be a faith build, we might as well. There's really no benefit for us because we're not going to use the lightning attacks. If you guys remember from, or actually maybe I didn't show it in the first video. No, I think I did show it in the first video. Maybe I showed it in the second. That I went up here and cleared, or I went through here so that the gate won't close. Or at least I did that. I took care of the guy that closes the gate. So now when we come back here, that won't happen. I'm not used to not having any sound. This is difficult for me. Hold on, I am going to very quickly turn up my sound, which should have no effect whatsoever on you guys, but it will make it a little easier for me to hear what's going on. There we go. So if you notice that I'm trying to get behind people and punch them, that is like a special unique thing in this game, backstabbing and also parrying, which I did right there. When you are doing a parry or a backstab animation, your character is invulnerable for a short period of time. The easy way to take care of this guy here, you pick up alluring skulls and there is fire down there. So you should be able to figure it out. The trick is doing that, and he will try to get to that alluring skull, and he will burn himself to death. And while he is doing that, we are going to unequip these because we don't need them. And that will take care of those guys for you. so you don't have to worry about him. And like I said, the gate does not close. I killed the guy that ran over here and closed it last time, so no worries about that. And I have already killed the armored knight, the Veronique knight. There we go. Apparently it took a lot of hits to take him down. You gonna attack me? Nope. Alright. Alright, it still takes 4 hits to take those guys down. So it does take a little bit to kill these guys yet. Alright, the trick with these guys is run straight through and get them in here. You may feel like you're cornering yourself, but you're not. You're actually just giving yourself considerably more room to fight in while avoiding the archer guy. Alright, hold on a sec. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to wrap this video up real quick because I am going to have to go to work. So I at least have to show up when I'm supposed to be at work. I know my boss occasionally wants me to show up at work before I'm supposed to be there and stuff, which is alright. I don't mind doing that sometimes, but you know, it's more that he just does not actually keep track of the timetables he sets up that well, so. I know I'm slandering a little bit about my boss on the internet, but, you know, I do that. He's not a bad guy, he just, he has a very, like, the job I work at is very chaotic. It's basically just a store job, but it is a little chaotic. And it's very hard to keep track of things, and one of those things is when does who and when does what work. So anyways, I'm just going to wrap it up right here. I will go about defeating the gargoyle afterwards. I was hoping to get it done in this video, but you know, things don't always work out. It took me a couple extra seconds when I got killed by the Black Knight enemy. I really should not have been trying to take him on yet. I was hoping to get my divine weapons before I start going about destroying the various mini-bosses throughout the level. But, you know, whatever. See ya.